Everybody happy with their meals? Can I bring you anything else?
Why don't you sit down and join us for a minute, miss?
Did you say miss?
I did. He did.
Okay.
Awkward.
Suddenly, he knew his search was over. This is so natural.
This is how we eat usually.
Morena, be quiet.
The girls are just chakaka.
We can add that later, right? This is the girls talking
Yeah,
too
the
much.
girls blah blah blah.
Oh,
Just a cutaway shot.
I'm fat. What?
Did anybody else study? Did you watch any FireFly episodes to study for tonight?
I do that anyway, whether we were going to do
You're
that.
just watching them all the time?
Totally, yeah. I was a big fan of Firebug.
This is weird.
you?
Alan
You
studied.
did.
Alan studied.
Oh.
I studied.
Maybe
you know
you
what?
should lead our our discussion group then.
would
This is
like
like a
to.
book club, except none of us can read.
His name was Book. Oh my God!
Stop! This is golden. I hope they're rolling. It's golden.
I like your idea.
I was surprised at how much I enjoyed the show. Really nice work.
I have to
All
say,
you.
Still people constantly wanting to know when we're going to do more.
I know, but every time you say to someone, "No, there are no plans to do more," they're so, "Oh, really? When?" Like nobody will accept that it's not. That
That's
it's
my
not
experience,
happening.
yes. Is there anything you want to see different on the DVDs this time around?
Yeah, about 2 more years worth of episodes, which they can do with technology. I don't know. I'm not like. Oh wait, but I believe you there on the side. You there on the side. Is there something you'd like to see different?
Yes.
First of all, big fan.
Big
really
fan.
excited to be
Love
here.
it. I think we should have more actors' auditions on this one. When the first FireFly DVD set came out, it says on the front of it, it says, including actors' auditions. And then you get in, and it's not actors, it's actor, and it's mine. And it's the earliest audition I ever had in New York before the script came out.
Oh.
What's sad is it matches up to my performance exactly. Because like I watch it, I'm disgusted by my performance, and then you put it up next to what I did on the day after I got the job and had auditioned many more times.
The one you watch it go,
Well,
how
you
do
know
you make
what?
the cut?
We didn't.
Yeah.
Only a few of them were on tape. We taped Jewel. We taped you. Most of the other people were in LA.
Oh, you had auditions for this?
What? Obviously, this was built around Ron. Right. And you're the one who said, let's not call it the Ron Glass Show. You know what? Let the kids have a chance. And I thought that was sweet.
That's awesome. That's good.
Well, I had a big decision to make about how to wear my hair.
Because you had some hair. You were working a do.
And
That was awesome.
I didn't know what was going to work, what wasn't going to work, and I really wanted it, so I just decided to pull it back, and like it wasn't there.
Yeah.
And so then the second time I had to come back, I thought maybe they didn't see that hair was there.
I'm going to let it out.
maybe they didn't see this big bun back on the top of my head. So I'm going to let it out. So I let it out the second time. And I was really scared. I didn't know whether it was going to, so anyway, it worked out.
Yeah, because I was like, hey, check out Sideshow Bob. We got to have him in the show.
River, honey, he's putting the hair away now.
Doesn't matter. It'll still be there, waiting.
All right, let's go through a couple things, episodes and things, see if we can remember anything interesting at all.
Go.
I now, deep into my 90s, don't really remember very much about anything, but okay, let's start at the beginning.
On Serenity, the pilot, I thought I was fired.
I thought
We all did, but-
Yeah, I mean, I was pushing for it. I mean, the petition, and everybody signed it. I don't know what happened.
You pulled me aside to tell me that one of the other cast members that we had hired briefly was not going to continue on with the show. We're going to bring somebody else in.
Yes.
And the way you broke it to me real slow was like, it sounded like, here I go.
I cannot resist a dramatic pause.
Listen, I wanted to tell you before you heard it from anyone else. Uh-oh. Sometimes these things just don't work out. Uh-oh. It's nobody's fault. Oh, this is it. Oh my God.
The whole idea of the show is to build something bigger than any one person. I'd done 2 shows named after a person, and thought this one I want to make sure. And the great thing was, you know, we all know how much I love this man, but Conchita Torres, captain of ship. I mean, there was never a question that if you turned out to be a vicious prima donna, that Zoe be running things. Right. There was no dynamic that didn't work with that cast. Like, there was nobody who didn't work with somebody else. Right. It's one of the reasons why I had such a great time with it.
Truth be told, you know. What was Natty? I want to hear about the Natty thing.
Well, that's all the episodes. Well, thank you for coming. Oh, did you miss that? Did you blink? Can't blink. All right. Go ahead. No, yeah, but I just had a total blank. This is what it's
Bushwhacked.
like. Bushwhacked. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bushwhacked.
Excellent episode with the lovely and talented Mr. Doug Savant.
Yes.
Really good guy.
Really fun playing the Alliance guy interrogating you.
He came. I remember he barges onto the ship with a bunch of extras dressed as Alliance guys with their helmets on and all the gear, and he comes on the ship and he's all prim and proper and straight, and he looks back and he sees these guys kind of stumbling in and straightening their helmets, and he's like,
Is this your vessel?
Hey, guys, come on, guys. Let's pretend like you're the crack commando unit here. What do I got, the 3 Stooges of the Alliance? Come on, help me out here. Help me out. Come in here, assemble, and get into some kind of formation or something. He was great.
We won the war. Remember? How'd we do that?
You're killing me. Stumbling around back there with crooked helmets on.
That's right. He became their commander.
Ship that size, that's the team I got? Come on.
That was the first improv that I ever allowed.
Yeah.
In my life. Not just the basketball game, where I told Tim before, we're not using anything we scripted. That's going away.
Who's winning?
I can't really tell. They don't seem to be playing by any civilized rules that I know.
That was also good. But you going off on the
interrogation.
Then some of that, we wanted to use more of it. That was insane. That was so much fun.
Such a good setup that Gina says,
Don't see that it's any of your business is all. We're very private people.
and then cut to me, and then I'm just spilling everything. Just
First girl you ever had a crush on?
Yeah, oh God. Finally somebody asked me questions, and I just have a chance to talk about it. Oh.
The legs. Oh, yeah, I definitely have to say it was her legs. You can put that down. Her legs, and right where her legs meet her back. That whole area. That and above it.
And I remember Tim, when I went through the lines, and that were there, and then he didn't yell cut. And there was this moment of waiting for the cut, and so I threw out another line.
Have you seen what she wears? Forget about it.
And threw out another line.
Have you ever been with a warrior woman?
And we just kept going.
It's only film. Just keep rolling.
Yeah.
Or tape, as you call it.
I like to call it tape.
No, we filmed FireFly.
I didn't want a high def look. I wanted to keep the 70s Western. You know, David Boyd with his little reflecting things.
Yeah.
Great DP. Great DP.
We forgot
Swapped out the lenses so he could get older lenses to get more flares.
Really?
Yeah, I love that.
We forgot Train Job. Because it went Serenity,
We did,
Train
that's
Job,
right.
Bushwhacked.
That's right. It was the whole recalibration of that episode was here's Mal. Yes, he's going to kill people in a funny way, kick somebody into the engine. That's funny. Yes, he's going to be the decent guy who... Because in my original vision, he was not the decent guy who returned the medicine. He was the guy who went, we can sell the medicine for money and live another day. He would have been that guy. And that was a big adjustment, was the sort of, so having him be code of honor guy. And, I don't think it hurt us. I don't think it made it, unbearable. We still got to some realistic, nasty stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
After Bushwhacked was our Mrs. Reynolds.
Who are you?
Mr. Reynolds, sir. I'm your wife.
We're going to do a commentary on that one, so let's not even talk about our Mrs. Reynolds.
Moving on.
Then since we're not going to talk about our Mrs. Reynolds, after that is
Safe.
Safe. Totally wasn't in that one. So.
But I still loved it because of the big save. Big Damn Heroes comes from that.
Here's the guy there just in the nick of time. What does that make us?
Big damn heroes, sir.
Ain't we just?
what?
Big damn hero is a coined phrase that's lasted all these years.
Yeah. And the Jane stuff on the ship, which is like some of the best stuff we ever did. You know, we literally locked the episode, and I said, "Give me 30 seconds here and 45 seconds here, and I will write Jane scenes for on the ship, and we will shoot them and slug them in. We will shoot them to the second." So, and it was Jane going through all his stuff,
taking what he
and
wants.
you know, and he's got 15 props and a bunch of lines, and exactly 45 seconds to do it. And you know, I never beat up Adam again after that.
Amazing we kept him this long.
Give Adam Baldwin a prop and turn on a camera.
Well, he had a great thing. He said he always had to touch things, like you know, like
Jane
a
touches
child.
stuff.
Jane touches stuff. I also love his relationship with you.
But I mean, you still got the urge. They don't cut it off or nothing.
But that book and Jane bond is also a big deal.
Yeah.
They lift
Two of them
weights
are pretty
together.
tight, yeah.
That was good. I love that part too.
Yeah. But the one we forgot, how's this for idiotic? Shindig. Shindig came before Safe.
That's why everybody called me Captain Tight Pants after that.
That's right, because Jewel calls you that.
Yes, sir, Captain Tight Pants.
Okay.
After that?
After that, Janestown, I think.
Which I watched last night, so I can speak. I've seen this.
Let's go.
Sean Nahar, where we're looking at the statue of Jane Cobb. It's like he just can't process it. It's really, he does such a good job. Everybody is doing a lot.
I know.
A lot of this.
Jewel is just, its eyes kind of fall.
Yeah, it keeps kind of topping itself with everybody's
I know.
comments.
I know.
Really
You just.
good.
That's the beauty of that thing is it's all you guys. It's just like throw a pebble in the pond, and then it's this reaction. Learn that from Golden Girls.
Really?
Yes. Yes.
What'd you say?
Something my father taught me. He said, Golden Girls is the easiest show I've ever written because one joke is 4 jokes. It's 1 joke and 3 reaction shots.
This must be what going mad feels like.
Ariel, we finally did get to the Alliance planet, and it looked awesome.
That facility we filmed, Ariel, is the same facility we filmed the beginning of Serenity.
Yeah, same room. Yeah, I'm walking by the stages with Tim Minear. You know, because our offices are actually, we look over those stages where we had the ship, and so Tim and I are doing a walkabout talking about story for my new show, and we just get to those stages. He says, so anyway, what we should do in the 3rd act is just, you know what? The pain never goes away. It never goes away, and I try to explain this to people. I'm like, it's grief, and they're like, well, you get over it. I'm like, no. That's the thing about grief. It's not something you get over. It's something you learn to live with. It's like losing a limb. You don't grow another one. You learn to tie your shoes with one hand. It's different. That's how I feel about FireFly every day. Every day. The things that I pitched you, the stories that we never got to do. Now, some of those we never got to do anyway because they were dark. They were like, you know, they were the pre-adjustment Mal, where it's just like, we'll have to set this child on fire. It's the only way to, I mean, you know, it was so dark because, you know,
Everybody get your cameras ready. This sucker's gonna run. I went by after we'd been canceled, not too long after we'd been canceled. I had an appointment on the Fox lot, and I just slipped in there to watch them tearing it down.
Yeah, good time.
And I ran into Lonnie there. I said, "What are you doing?"
That'd be
He
Lonnie
said,
Perister of Zoic, the special effects man.
That's the one.
Okay, I was just wondering.
He said, "I'm taking one of the doors."
Yes, he did.
He took one of the sliding,
They
I
have
think
it,
one of the bay
that's
doors from the cargo bay. He took that and put it into one of his offices.
Wow, what a good thing to get.
Did you keep anything from the show? Did you take anything away?
Socks.
You son of a...
Ron, they charged me for those.
Think big, man.
You're wearing them now.
I remember those.
Socks. I've never seen socks like this before.
Future socks.
Yeah,
They're
awesome.
they're from the...
They got to do that before. After we
They kind of try to like get in the mood, you know.
No props, no
Oh
costumes.
yeah, I got the Bible.
The Bible.
Good keep.
Was it all ripped apart and put back together? Was it?
It's all ripped apart still.
I love that.
All
You don't
the
fix the
sheets are
Bible. I think that was
still loose and
Ben.
everything.
Ben's line, you know.
You don't fix faith, River. It fixes you.
I also like the line in that since it was I tore these out of your symbol.
Out of your symbol, and they turned into paper.
And then she sees you with your hair and screams.
There's more poetry going on, just visually, actual word poems, than anything I'll ever do. They're just like the way people talked. And I'll never have license to have people talk quite that bizarrely and have it all just sort of click.
I begin to wonder if you yourself know why you're doing it.
Well, what about you, Shepard? How come you're flying about with us brigands? I mean, shouldn't you be off bringing religiosity to the fuzzy wuzzies or some such?
Oh, I got heathens aplenty right here.
I love the cadence of the language.
Yeah.
I just loved that. It was so much.
Little Western, little noir, little Shakespeare, little anything I'd ever heard anybody say.
Everybody you cast had a firm grasp of that.
Yeah.
That poetry, it comes out. It's so unusual to read into the ear, but it came out so naturally, and it sounds.
Actually, Mike, who was then my assistant, Mike Boritz, he gave me a picture of all y'all, and you all signed it with quotes. You know, this was right at the end. He's like, I thought you'd want to have this. I'm like, beautiful. You all had quotes. Wasn't wrong side. Wasn't sure. Was on the losing side. Wasn't sure it was the wrong side. Like everybody had a beautiful quote. I'm like, these are all Tim's. All these lines are Tim's. This picture.
Get out of my face.
And then we did Objects in Space, which, you know, was so hard for me. That's after I'd written our Mrs. Reynolds. I was like, don't worry about it. They write themselves, literally. First experience of my life, write itself. So I'm like, don't worry about it. I totally got it figured out. Nothing works. It's terrible. I got to call Tim. What do I do? How about, you know, just, I don't know, just, can't you have Boba Fett? I'm like, I'm sorry, did you say Boba Fett? What kind of a nerd are you, man? You used to dress up like Logan's Run at conventions. You can't remember Boba Fett's name? What the hell? But I was like, oh, and also, now that I made fun of you, you've solved the whole thing. Click. But still, very hard to write. Very hard to write. And had to go on the set. Climb up on the catwalk, like River, you know, standing, you know, when she's listening to you guys. Climb up on the thing to jump down, and like I did everything, like just physically. That was the whole thing was about the physical reality of things, like Objects in Space, and there I was just physically having to do everything just to figure out where they were and what they were and what they were doing. It was very, very weird, very, very weird experience, very surreal. First of all, I couldn't. I mean, the set was boxed in by other planets for something else we were shooting. You know how beyond the bay doors you could have a set. We could build more set. We had so much room, and so it was hard to get in. And then the security guard, because it was weekend, comes in, and we're trying to find each other for like 5 minutes. What? Because you know we can't. And he's just like, you know, so what's going on here? I'm like, well, I'm working on this show, and he's just like, oh. Yeah, you know, and we talked for a little bit. He's nice, like, hey, do your thing. You know what? I like what you're doing. You keep trying. You keep working on it. It's gonna work out. I swear he walked out in the light and like disappeared, you know, like Bagger Vance or something. It's like
you little guardian angel.
I know. It was like it was just, and he had a quality that found its way into that character.
People don't appreciate the substance of things. Objects in space.
It's a very solid episode. That's one of people's favorites.
It means a lot to me.
I still have some good ideas if you want them. I've got this great wormhole thing where when you go through the wormhole, basically all of your molecules get separated and brought back together, and it makes you change in a lot of ways. And like Gina has a full beard and mustache when you get out on the other side of it. You'll have like very large hands for like a week, and when you come back, you'll lose like 2 of your 5 senses, but they come back over time. But we don't have time. From when we get out to doing the job, we have to do the job in these,
with the big hands,
with the big hands and beards,
bearded hands.
And yeah, that was one idea.
How can we do that?
Dude,
can I fire a man I've killed who doesn't work for me and hasn't for years?
Get it?
Can I fire you from a DVD extra? I was dead serious about doing monster cattle. And the way I was going to justify monster cattle Yeah, I know you're like, my big hands are looking pretty normal right about now. Was that the idea that they didn't send animals to the distant planets? They'd send DNA script. They'd send, here's the test tube, and you grow your own. And it went badly. On this planet, and they were like monstrous. And we're gonna have monsters. We're gonna have like some, because they were messing with. We had a telepathic girl. We could do a little genetic, sort of. I mean, she was also a living weapon. I mean, she weighed 80 pounds. No way she's a living weapon. It's science fiction. So I thought I can get away with some little mutation stuff. And we also had a
good thing they're vegetarians.
Cow's my favorite. I know, that's the thing. And probably I would have been talked into something else. Well, horses, because then, the executives, why are there horses? And then the horses are like just ripping people apart. It's like, that's why there's horses. Because they're awesome.
That would do.
Or they could be bad horses. No, we would never do that. But yeah, no, I really wanted to do monster cows. I mean, they would, they would look like crap. Would have had to be dogs, but
yeah, if you went through a wormhole on the way to the monster cows, and
then your dogs get beards.
Yes, I think facial hair adds something to every scene. Give somebody a beard.
What's great about this is America can watch this Blu-ray and go, actually, I'm okay with it being canceled.
Maybe it's good they can't.
Yeah.
But they just said, that's it.
All right, now quickly, in 30 seconds or less, we're gonna do a quick episode. Okay, here we go. We're just gonna improv it.
Oh,
all right,
okay.
Here we go.
Okay.
You guys ready? Okay. Well, what am I? I'm not in the show, so
You're Nara.
I'm Nara. Okay.
And River.
And River.
And Keelan.
Okay. Mal, I love you, but I'm crazy and I can fix shit.
Okay, which one are you being now?
All of them.
It's all of them. It's all of them at once.
Totally. I'm just done. Oh, I'm done. No.
Oh.
No. But I've had a little more vodka, maybe. Okay, you're in terrible peril. Go.
Wash, what the hell?
Click, click, click. All my things are frozen up.
I've heard enough of you. I don't want any more of your garbage.
The wormhole's coming up. We gotta keep it together. The ship's falling apart.
Hang on a second. I need some counsel. I'm gonna go ahead and talk to Book. Look, I'm straddling the line between good and bad.
No,
I
you're
need
likable.
guidance, but I'm yet likable and charming. Funny when it's right for the execs. Help me. Damn it.
Book's
Same
already
as
feeling
always. No good.
Book's feeling the effects of the wormhole already.
My hands,
Telling you,
He's lost his voice. He's lost his power of speech because the manhole.
10 syllables.
It's got 10
Sounds like. Oh, it's not gonna
Jane
work.
is in the airlock. Please, God, eject. Okay, I think I know what to do next.
Excellent. And total lack of scene.
There we go.
Thank you.
That worked out well.
Only if we would have.
See? Hey, everybody still good? We still got tape in our tapes? Don't slate your tapes. Okay, Nathan, if you'd like to.
I'd just like to raise a glass.
Oh.
After all these years, it's still alive, still up, still running, still doing its thing to Joss and Firefly. Cheers.
All of us.
Cheers.
And Firefly.
What up? There you go. Raise your glass at home.
Yeah, good times, good times.